life or death. This is what we are talking about. We are not talking about normal life, where people arrange weddings, arrange what. We are not talking about social issues. We are talking about life and death on a large scale, not on a small scale, as we have seen in some of the other countries. This is what we are talking about. So when I hear people talking, oh, I was delayed, I was stopped, I was, yes, that is the least that can happen to you. So, something more radical can actually happen to you, where you stop permanently and completely and never to be heard of again. This is what we are talking about. Many of the languages don't have enough words, but your Nyankole language always has so many words, I don't know why. There is dying. Dying is okufa. There is, but when people die on a big scale, it is called echorezo or okutsoka. Okutsoka is to almost like extermination. Those of Nyankole even had a song in 1905 when they had a problem with the British. When they killed one white man called God, and then the Europeans retaliated against them, they sang a song which I will sing for you another time. This is not time for singing. But in that song, they brought up that issue of echorezo, okutsoka. I don't even think the English have it on they have the word in English. But dying on a big scale, not genocide, because genocide is another issue, but this one is mass death. This is what we are talking about. So when you are debating, and I hear people talking about mixing convenience, examinations, business, this is not what we are talking about. We are talking about stopping mass death. And I want to congratulate the NRM to say that up to now, we have actually not had even a single death. Forget about a mass one. So I'm going to be very harsh with anybody who is playing around. Because it seems people don't understand a civilized way of doing things. So that's why we are to take all those measures. Where is the list of the measures? Omona, where is it? There are 30 how many? 33. I wish I had, they are all in these speeches, but I don't have time to repeat all of them. But you remember we started with the closing of the schools, which sent away 15 million Ugandans, the young ones. Then we added the suspending of the prayer groups, church service and mosques and all that. Then we closed the non-food non-food shops and markets and so on. All those measures, as they are telling you, that there are 33 of them. Suspending public transport, all that was to stop giving the virus fertile ground in which to multiply. But we also added stopping the seed, because the seed was coming from outside. The planters were not from here, they were from outside. And that's why we had to close the airport. If you have the picture of fire, on the one hand you have got a lot of dry firewood or dry grass, then you have a matchbox. The dry grass are the gatherings, the schools, the prayers when you come to worship God together, but you go back with the virus, the markets, the public transport, all those were the dry grass, which we gather ourselves, and prior to there, then somebody brings a kabiriti, brings the matchbox in. So our job was, on the one hand, scatter the dry grass. Don't have piles of dry grass. Banyankore call them ebikomi. Don't have piles of dry grass. Scatter it. Even if one of the grass gets fire, it will just be one. It will not be the pile. But on the other hand, block the people with the matchbox. Let them not come in. Or the ones who have come in, trace where they are. This is the strategy. Blocking from outside, because that's where the main problem was coming from, and scattering the concentrations. But actually this virus is easy. It's just the people, especially for us, maybe in Europe it's different. Europe is different, but here, if people are serious, it will be easy, because once we do the two, keep away the matchbox, scatter the dry grass, then you also add on your own individual responsibility. Don't go in the public when you are sneezing. Or coughing. Don't go into, don't touch yourself in the soft parts of your body, especially the eyes and the nose and the mouth. So even if the other people had infiltrated, the ones from outside, at the individual level, you observe those and wash your hands. You observe those measures. Still, the virus will be contained. It will not spread. We are still assessing the effect. We don't want to rush too quickly to celebrations, to celebrate that we have succeeded. That's why we are coolly looking at the results and monitoring. We started testing people for the virus on the 21st of March. That day we tested 11, only 1 was positive. The 10 were negative. The 22nd, we tested 22 and nobody was positive. They were all clean. On the 23rd, we tested 27, 8 were positive, 19 were not positive, were negative, were clean. 24th, we tested 143, 5 were positive, 138 were negative. 25th of March, we tested 104. Nobody was positive. 104 were all clean. 26th, 197. Were tested. 4 were positive. 193 were negative. 27th, 227, 5 were positive, 222 were clean. 28th, 225, 7 were positive, 218 were negative. 29th, 206, 3 were positive, 203 were negative. 30th, 82 tested, nobody positive, all 82 clean. 31st, 176 tested, 11, these were the school children, they were total, were positive. 165 of April, 63 were tested. There was nobody who was positive. They were all clean. 2nd April, 302 tested. Only 1 was positive. 301 were clean. 3rd of April, 419 were tested. Only 3 were positive. 416 were negative, were clean. 4th of April, 398 were tested. Nobody was positive. All 398 were clean. 5th of April, 300 were tested. 4 were positive. 296 were negative. 6th of April, 231 were tested. Nobody was positive. All 231 were clean. 7th, which was yesterday, 150 were tested. Nobody was positive. All 150 were clean. Today, 8th of April, I have just been told 214 were tested. Only 1 was positive, so 213 were clean. So if you add the ones of today, that is about 3,600, about there. About 3,600 have been tested. Only 53 are positive. So that's where we are now. We are assessing, and many of these people, the ones we are testing are 2 types. One group are the people whom we stopped at the airport, near the airport, and we put in the quarantine. Obusibe, Twabasiba. And the majority of the people, you can make the calculation for me, how many were in the quarantine. You calculate it for me and let me know before I finish. So the majority of the 53 were the ones in the quarantine. But secondly, some who had gone through, who had bypassed the quarantine, gone to the villages, we trace their contacts and we bring them back. And some of these are those. These people call them in their own language something else. This is what they call them. But for me, I call them the ones they had interacted with. Bebasiga, Abaturide, the ones they would have infected, the one they had interacted with. Now, that stressing is continuing. I'm told that around that time, those days, about 18,000 people came through that airport. And our people are tracing them. Where did they go? All these 18,000. Maybe the minister can say something later on. Therefore, I want to thank Ugandans for responding well. Because if we had not responded well, and if we had not acted in time, I don't know where we would be now. Because many of the people we blocked, they are from those countries where you hear a lot of problems continuing. First of all, these ones here, these 52, whom we have captured. What would have happened if they had continued and circulated freely in the society? But secondly, how about others? If they had come in, the ones we blocked, what would have happened? So I want to thank Ugandans for responding well and for behaving and listening to the guidelines. There are, however, some actors that play with fire. They play with fire. This disease is very dangerous for many people, especially the ones with the other health conditions, the ones with HIV, the ones with blood pressure, the ones with diabetes. I hear even the pregnant women, that's what I hear. Is this true? They keep talking about it also, that it can also be another issue. So, therefore, those who are playing with this fire should stop. They should not play around with us and should stop talking nonsense. From the beginning, I told you this is not about convenience. Oh, we are in the house. We are. What do they call it? That they are bored. You are bored. Good. That's good for you just to be bored. You could have something more radical than that. You could be in the grave. Of course, I think in the grave things are very calm. So that's nonsense. We are bored. We are the businesses, the money, the what. That is all rubbish. It is not the issue now. The issue on the table is life and death. And life and death on a big scale, not just 20 people, 30 people, people die, but we don't want people of people to die on such a big scale. Now, I have heard of categories, the ones who go to exercise in public, imagine. The other day I saw a video on Northern Bypass, a huge mass of people. They were just there walking, running, what, that they are exercising. If you want to exercise, you can exercise in your house. I don't have enough room here. I would have shown you how to exercise indoors. But tomorrow I will make a video for you. I will make a video for in one of them of my rooms, and I show you how you can exercise indoors. That's how I survive. Because I normally come late, 11 o'clock. I find normally when Mama Janet has already slept. But somehow I run in the room. You can run from one end of the room. You make 20 laps. You do your push-ups. You exercise. That's how we survived when we were in the resistance. Landed in a hotel. You are hiding. You don't want people to know that you are there. You couldn't go in Hyde Park. In London, they see a black man running around that he's exercising. I would just exercise inside our room there. I could be there for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, waiting for something. In Libya, when we go to Libya to get support from Gaddafi, the Arabs are very chaotic. You go to see them today, they are always talking of Bukra, tomorrow. And you are staying in the hotel all the time. How do you survive? You must have discipline, you people. You must be disciplined. You must stop this carefree type of life. So there should be no exercising in public. I saw even the British struggling with their people there, that they were sunbathing, that the sun of spring has come. They want to be in the sun, and I saw the one who is acting on behalf of Mr. Boris Johnson, fighting with them, telling them to, I think it was the Minister of Health, telling them to go back into the houses. So there should be no exercising in public. Exercise in your compound, exercise in your room. And tomorrow I will put for the video for you how to show you how you can exercise in your rooms. Then there are I am having problems with my indisciplined security people who like beating people. I don't know why they like beating people. Beating people is not part of security work. Security work, you tell people to go home. If they refuse, you arrest them. Arrest them with the police person, and you put a handcuff if you have the handcuff. But you don't beat. Beating, as if you are, even cows, we don't beat them these days. I don't want to see a security person beating people. I told you I don't want to hear security people entering people's compounds or people's houses at night. But now people are saying that because of that, some of the people have turned their private houses into bars. Okay, that's true. That could be true. But what is the right way of handling it? The right way of handling it is you get intelligence, you report to your superior officer who knows how to contact the authorities concerned, and they allow you to search now. So you go to search. You go to search because you already have some information. Because they are committing a crime. They are breaching the rules of the health emergency. This is a health emergency. This is a health emergency, the violation of which is very, very serious. Anybody violating these emergency regulations is actually attempting to commit murder. It's not just ordinary crime. If you are arrested, you will be charged with attempted murder. You brought people, you wanted them to die, you turned your house into a bar, the people you brought, you don't know who they are, you are a murderer, you are a potential murderer. But now, you need to handle it in a legal way. Get information, report to your senior officer by the phone. We have got phones all over the place. The superior officer will now allow you to search, to go, not to enter every home, but to enter the home where there is suspicion, in order to search for the one who is breaking the health emergency regulations. So don't use that as a pretext. Don't say, because they stopped us from invading people's homes, therefore now for us we are just sitting, we are just watching. That is now, you have gone on a strike, and I will have to charge you with the mutiny. You have now mutiny. I will have to charge you next time with mutiny. So please don't go from one extreme to another extreme. Don't go from extreme of brutality, and then you go to the extreme of excessive liberalism. Handle the issues of family, but legally. Family, but legally. And all these people they are doing have nothing to do with security. Beating people, why are you beating people? Because you give yourself a very bad, you give our security forces a bad image. And we need that good image in the whole world. The people to be with us, even the ones who are on your side, when they see you beating people, they now turn against you. So you are now weakening us. You are not strengthening us. That beating, which is illegal, which is pointless, what are you beating now? What are you beating for? Arrest him and charge him. Then in that way you would have punished him. But now you have beaten. Yes, of course he has felt pain, but what you have done is illegal. And it is isolating us, both internationally but even internally. So please don't mix up things. Secretary community has said for the ones to do. But these borders should stop at 2. If you have been you started at 7 in the morning, whereby you have finished your duties. Stop there. Now the security people say that because I told Nakarema to read about the behavior of the security forces. Some of the people so this